We are back once more for another episode of Mob Psycho, a show which has always been kind of fun. A mix between the social inadequacies of someone that's just trying to get along, and while also being overburdened by severe talent in a world full of monsters, well, spirits, psychics, and fraudsters. I want to see what he manages to pull together. We got quite a nice little haunted house in the past episode, so school seems to be going alright. He's at least pulling all of his own there. But what can and what is Reagan up to? Or anyone else that we stumble across. Plus, big flashy fight scenes and psychic powers. We haven't seen the Sakiko block explosion stuff yet, so keep paying attention. Let's get into more Mob Psycho. Starting another day right back in the school. Now they've actually... Well, we're not seeing it from Mob's perspective, so of course they've got faces instead of vegetables, but still. Yeah. She might be ill. Trying to act still dignified and normal where you've got mucus dribbling out of your nostrils. Did none of them just hear a sneeze? Yeah, boy! I mean, if they are true friends, yeah, that's pretty much it. Her view of... what they were planning to do there is drastic, but Mob coming to the rescue there, whether unintentional or not. Oh, it's like a knight in paper armor. Too long. Three simple syllables. He's had quite the time of school just now, being able to reach out and help someone in their hour of need. Helmet religion, oh no. He's so popular now. He's got no time to himself anymore. He's out helping everyone else. Oh no. More of them. Playing? He doesn't even realize how many people now kind of talk to him and respect him. I was also going for, like, everyone at the muscle club, everyone in the psychic club thing, the occult club. Reagan and the others. He's made quite the collection of acquaintances. Doesn't know what to do. Where you have to be worried about popularity or people talking to you. Kind of like the what they'd do if they saw her face covered in snot. Ah. His imagination might be... I was about to say, has he got a little more refined? Jesus Christ! Oh no. What a little self-confidence can do to a man. We all like to be complimented once in a while. Even if it doesn't happen all too often. But I like the little turmoil he was going through. Talking to some people, not realizing that, there's now people that he can talk to easily. Having the idea put in his head, there's no gaining, like, this is the popular phase, and now, it's some mistake, something must be going wrong. It's like the opposite of extreme paranoia, with everyone out to get you and looking at you. Now it's looking at you and wanting to be your friend. I'd say equally bad. And I want to see more of Dimple and what his whole deal is in this series. And I really do love how Mob Psycho always kind of goes out on the openings with its style and things that it's attempting. Yeah, beautiful scenery. I guess there's not a lot else going on in this town. Well, I see they haven't really swept up any of the destroyed buildings or whatnot. How long and how much money is going to be the reconstruction cost? Must be an evil god. Just big broccoli. Although, is there combined... But I was going to say, is there combined energy and desires going to give birth to something? And it did, just... I don't think they are... red. The fact that his parents act kind of like how mine did, but instead of just, there's a girl calling for you, it's basically anyone calling. It's like, you got someone calling for you. Thought you didn't have any friends. He doesn't really care. That is a very fast spreading religion. But you'd also have to be the leader of some sort of... He sounds a bit odd. Is he starting to come down with the flu? The don't start whispering ill nothings into his ear, Dimple. Seems to be a lot. We've reached that part of the anime, have we? I mean, it's what she said, but whether or not there's actually further meaning behind it or not. Has there been people out there that take notice of you when you don't realize? Probably. Did you start thinking that everyone is looking at you at all times? Probably not. Well, to shoot him down for one thing, but... So many want him to thrust into the limelight. What a charismatic leader he would be. This is done through an actual community rather than brainwashing. He's got enough on his plate as is, you know, he's got part-time job. Getting too big for his boots, this boy. He just likes this slight attention. Fame, fortune. Less time for the self-improvement club. Everyone wants grand power, they just don't quite know what the next step is once they've obtained it. I like how he's got this at his fingertips and those helping him and trying to thrust him into the position. And he's like, time for bed. And yeah, you're not gonna just get one over on him easily, are you? You're asking him to change entirely. He's not in a talkative mood tonight. But I'm now horribly turned on. There's the sauce is dripping. And of course it would happen to him. How much money is Reagan not only bringing in, because we've seen him with some clients and some playing quite a big bit of octopus there. How much money is he bringing in, but also how much does this office need to spend for operational costs? That's what he thought he was here for. Anything and everything that will bring in a little bit of money and a little more prestige for the business. Victor, nip that in the bud. Thing is, we don't want him to be hurt by all of this should he get too big of a head. Reagan might be conflicted about this. He might be losing his part-timer, but having a confidant and a acquaintance ahead of a religion like this. Yeah, their website is nowhere near what his is. He sees the number. That's the thing you need to win him round. Think about what's the best, not just for lining your pockets. Signing over his future immediately, there's a... You wanted to be popular, right? This a loan? Oh, bonus. He's worked so hard. He might have earned this one. Who's going to help him, though? Who's the fashion sense connoisseur in this town? Wow. Are we now going to be put into a montage clothes changing sequence, but with Mob? Or still talking about the dangerous nature of it all? There's more going on, more cracks in the foundation. I mean, of course, if you've got a giant broccoli like that, there'd be... If, with cracks in the foundation like that, you'd have the root system of the giant broccoli causing some damage. I think the change you can see is not just a metaphorical one for his better mental health and confidence, but he does have a limited budget. Okay. Can we get a second opinion first? Or at least let us see before... Oh, well, okay then. But if his brother is questioning it, it's like, and what is this monkey? He just doesn't have much time to himself anymore, does he? Oh no. It's my top pick. Thing is, how do you just... How do you hold auditions for, like, the founding of a religion that's already been going and... Welcome back. The religion hasn't been around that long, and yet they've still got a big sculpture in the foyer like that. And they managed to hire, well, 580,000 followers and donations. They would be able to hire out this auditorium. Call cannot be. No one's answering. Gonna be out waiting for a while, is he? Casting quite the presence and quite close and similar to the designs on the t-shirts there. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. In fact, he looks like he's a walking collection of roots. And with the signal of everyone's phones being taken. If you've got, was it trypophobia? Look away now. Connection network's gone. Connection of roots and fungi looking bastard. Now, anyone would immediately start following someone with such unique skincare needs. I mean, as far as live streams like this going on, it's a lot more interesting than I would have imagined it was going to go. A miracle or just more broccoli? Someone's got to pay the cleanup cost for this. How are you supposed to see the screen? Maybe his popular phase is gonna take a break for a while. The idea of Mob going through this different series, expressing more parts of himself, getting a bit more used to being well, his age. Now getting to the bit where people are starting to take interest and he's a bit more receptive to social events. I think it all started from small steps, accidentally being drawn into Reagan's care. Small bits that you do outside of your comfort zone, joining the Buddy Improvement Club, etc. But really, who would you follow? Monkey T-shirt or Broccoli Man? To be fair, it's better than some of our elections. It's not the first time we've seen face shapes deform and the like, but a little bit through self-confidence and popularity? I don't think I need it. If I get to keep my chin as is, then my social standing, non-existent as it may be, perfectly acceptable. We've seen some questionable fashion choices throughout, well, all of anime. Some of the costumes and outfits that people wear, questionable at best, but a multitude of happy grinning monkeys on your t-shirt. Could be worse. Like if Mob had just gone by himself, he probably would have stood there for a few hours, but pick something safe, just monocolour, get it over and done with. Would definitely not be my style. Bugger. And you know, if it is popularity that you're worrying about, I don't want like a meteoric rise and how much people talk to me. Like one day go from no contact to then everyone swarming around wanting to be your best friend and people staring at you in the streets. Not only does that kind of social interaction terrify me, but also seems like it would be much more of a hassle than you really bargained for. Good that he didn't make it to the auditions to be the founder of the Psycho Helmet. But at least everyone is going to get more than their 5 a day if the entire city is being overrun by these roots cracking away foundations and buildings and basic infrastructure. But it's fine. Everyone's spending their money wisely. Why would you need street repair? Clean up of the entire city once it had been destroyed from the previous season? Nah. Give it to religious causes. That's where it does the most good. If by most good you mean completely pissing it away. The way now, seeing Mob with a little more confidence and seeing a bit more self-worth in himself to be able to speak out and do things that he wants to do is good. But it does seem as though it's going to get on top of him rather quickly, like with Dimple being, got a bit of an attitude now. How quickly is he going to start getting shut down when he gets a bit over in his head? When he gets a little in too deep. I think he's actually made some friends to put him out when it's needed. Not just psychic abilities, completely necessary in this world. But 100%, he's likely to blow at any minute. What's going to be the catalyst? I want to find out, probably you do too, if you like this episode, if there's anything I've missed, if there's anything you want to point out, if you want to say that my dress sense is worse than what Mob was in this episode, then go ahead. I probably won't read the comment, but go ahead. If you want to see more, consider subscribing to the channel, maybe join onto my Discord. But make sure you get some rest. I can see you in the next one. And if you would like to nominate me for the founder of any sort of cult, well, I wouldn't exactly turn it away, especially if quite a lot of donation money is involved. However, if it requires more responsibilities than just watching anime on the internet, I may have to decline. But still, I do need to thank Noku, Raywin, Sal, Arthia, Kite, Mystic Square, Shiwan, Mats, Gurley, Cardboard, Akane, Guado, Diego Zenhausen, Tori Jane, the Kebab Seller, and everyone else. For getting me this far, with only a moderate amount of broccoli involved.